Welcome back to the channel. Over the past few weeks, we have been experimenting with Linux Mint Debian Edition, or LMDE for short. We installed it both in a virtual machine and on physical hardware to see if it can serve as a reliable daily driver for tasks like regular work, watching videos, and listening to music. Why LMDE? Newcomers to Linux often face an overwhelming number of choices. Many in the Linux community tend to recommend Ubuntu or Linux Mint because of their broad support and popularity. However, some community members strongly advise against using Ubuntu as it's backed by a commercial company. Since standard Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu, let's take a closer look at whether LMDE can fulfill essential needs for your everyday computing on a PC or laptop. So stay tuned. First things first, the installation of LMDE both in a virtual environment and on physical hardware was straightforward and stress-free. Users only need to answer a few simple questions, make their selections, and let the installer work its magic. Within 10 minutes, the new operating system was successfully up and running. The Linux Mint team aims to ensure that Linux Mint can continue to provide a consistent user experience even if Ubuntu were to disappear. Like the standard Linux Mint that's based on Ubuntu, LMDE offers plenty of options for users to customize their systems. Everything is designed to be intuitive and user-friendly. For instance, upon the first boot, the system alerts users to any missing language packs and provides a straightforward way to install them, no command line required. The same applies to multimedia codecs. Installing these allows for seamless video and audio playback on the machine. Right from the start, LMDE prompts users to stay up to date. All you need to do is open the Update Manager and set up system updates with just a few clicks. A quick note, generally nothing is updated until you give your approval. The overall experience is centered around the classic desktop paradigm, as former Windows users will find it quite familiar. Linux Mint Debian Edition comes with enough pre-installed apps for users to hit the ground running right after the installation. The Start menu categorizes apps, making it easier to locate what you need. Certain apps are pinned to the far left side of the Start menu for quick access. Many users describe the default desktop environment in Linux Mint as somewhat outdated. If that's your sentiment, you can easily change it, just like you would in your previous operating system. By default, there are several wallpapers available to choose from. LMDE also provides a straightforward way to install applications. The software manager draws from two sources, the default Debian repositories and the Flatpak platform. The apps from the Debian repositories are well tested and stable, but their versions can become outdated over time. In contrast, apps from the Flatpak platform are regularly updated and run in a sandbox, meaning they contain everything needed for the apps to function seamlessly. Everything is integrated, so users don't need to worry about the technical details. There are thousands of applications available to cater to your needs, whether for productivity, entertainment, gaming, or anything else. Naturally, LMDE includes Firefox as the default web browser. Unlike the ESR or Extended Support Release version in Debian, which is older, LMDE always features the latest version of Firefox. If you are using your LMDE 7 nicknamed Gigi in a dual boot environment, one of the rare instances where you may need to use the command line simply because it's quicker is to adjust the time and date. This ensures that the Linux installation doesn't interfere with your time settings in Windows. All you have to do is enter a simple command and you are all set. The System Settings app is very comprehensive, allowing you to customize your LMDE build down to the smallest detail. For instance, if you want to change the default placement of newly opened windows, you can easily set them to pop up in the center of the screen. By default, the desktop is empty. However, if you'd like to place folders and files there, enabling desktop icons is straightforward. Just right-click on the desktop and choose the option Customize. Then turn off the Auto Arrange feature and select Desktop Settings. In this menu, you can choose which default icons, such as Computer, Home or Trash, you want to appear on your desktop. With the Auto Arrange feature disabled, you can position the icons anywhere on the screen. Another detail worth mentioning is customizing settings within the Update Manager app. Under the Automation tab, you can opt for Flatpak apps to update automatically. You can also enable automatic removal of obsolete kernels and dependencies. Installing applications in LMDE is simple. Open the Software Manager app, search for the app you need, click the green Install button, enter your administrative password, and you're all set. The app will start as expected. In this case, we installed VLC, a highly popular media player that supports almost any format you might encounter. So, if you are having trouble with certain media formats, installing VLC can be an effective solution. However, there is a limitation with Linux Mint. The Software Manager provides access only to verified Flatpak apps. This means that if you are looking for the Chrome web browser, widely regarded as the most popular browser in the world, you won't find it. The same goes for Vivaldi or any other app not published as a Flatpak by its developers. If you really need those applications, typically published as Flatpaks by community members, you can enable that option. In the Software Manager, go to Preferences and toggle the setting to allow searching for unverified Flatpaks. Only then will apps like Google Chrome appear in the Software Manager. Generally, though, this step isn't necessary. If you need a Chromium-based web browser in LMDE, you can install Brave, which is readily available. For audio editing, you have excellent options like Audacity and Tenacity. For complex image and photo editing, GIMP is available in the Software Manager and is often recommended as an alternative to Photoshop. For quicker access to frequently used apps, you can easily add them to the panel at the bottom of the screen, just as you would in your previous operating system. To do this, find the desired app in the Start menu, right-click it and select the option Add to Panel. It's that simple. As mentioned earlier in the video, if you find the look of LMDE outdated, you can completely change its appearance. However, that topic deserves a separate video, so if you're interested, let me know in the comment section below. Another important detail: if you need to share your work or collaborate with others, you'll likely need to install Microsoft Core fonts. Previously, this was only possible through the command line, but now LMDE offers a simple and straightforward method via the Software Manager. Once you've installed the fonts, restart your machine and head to LibreOffice to set your default font to one of the Microsoft Core fonts, if you wish. Overall, during the weeks we have used LMDE 7 in both a virtual environment and an actual hardware, it has proven to be rock solid. Everything just works seamlessly. LMDE effectively combines the tested and reliable Debian base with Linux Mint's own additions and goodies. A perfect combination. As mentioned in one of our previous videos, the most noticeable difference between standard Linux Mint and LMDE is that the latter does not include a separate application for managing drivers, the Driver Manager. However, at least with our hardware, we haven't found this to be an issue so far. Recently, we've also been using other Linux distributions like Zorin OS and Ubuntu, but LMDE has demonstrated itself to be a capable and reliable operating system. It will remain installed until further notice, and we highly recommend it even for novice users. Have you tried LMDE 7? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumb up, share it, and subscribe to our channel to help us produce more videos like this one. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.